Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota in downtown Nashville with your Toyota trim level series, your TTLS. I am bringing you here, this is your Corolla hatch. Once again, I am master certified in everything Toyota. I'm a product trainer and a mentor here at Beaman. I'm also Sales Society winner with Toyota. So I do try to know my product. Obviously there's every once in a while there's something that I don't know, so definitely this is just meant to give you an overview of what you're looking at and make sure that you know the differences between trim levels in your Corolla hatch. So what you're taking a look at here right now is your SE Corolla hatch, and I'll show you that down here. You'll have that on the back if you have the SE in the Corolla hatch. Now this is kind of, some people say it looks like the old Scion IM, and that's because it was pretty much based off of that car. So it went from the Scion IM to the Corolla IM, and then was rebadged again to the Corolla hatch when they redesigned it from there. So it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful car. I tell you what, it drives like nobody's business. It's a very peppy car. Gets up and goes. It feels like it has a lot more horsepower than it does. But it's got your 2.0 liter engine. All right, it'll get you in the city, it'll get you 32 miles per gallon. Highway's 41. Your combined is 35 on that one. So now this one's got a couple of extra features like your door edge guards and all-weather floor liners. It's got the rear bumper protector that's on here too. A lot of people like that. That's normally either just painted, but that's one of the options that you'll get that's not automatically on the car, of course. So you'll notice your wheels are a little bit different. When you look at the XSE video, you'll notice that your wheels are different on your XSE than what they are on this particular car. So definitely take note that your wheels will be different on pretty much every trim level that you look at. So I will show you real quick. Let me pull it out of my pocket. You have a smart key system with this, and that's standard as well. So your key will look like this. Your smart key system, push button start. You also have the ability to lock by touching these two lines right here. And you heard it just beep, that locked your doors. If you grab on the back, it'll unlock the driver's door for you. Now, if you've locked this too, the other part of the smart key is when you have it shaped like this, if you actually grab it and wait for 3 seconds, you heard the second one. So now it'll actually open the front and back doors. All of the doors will open just by holding that for 3 seconds. So definitely wanted to point that out. It's a really cool feature of the smart key system. Like I said, that also has push button start. So just something to point out, like I said. So you've got your like I said, 2.0 liter engine. It's got 168 horsepower. You've got, and that's at 6,600 RPM, 151 foot-pounds of torque at 4,800 RPM. Front wheel drive, of course, it's not available in an all-wheel drive. You have your sport mode that you can turn on as well, your tire pressure sensing. 11.5-inch brakes on the front, that's for your rotors. And then you've got your rear disc is 10.5 on the back for your rear. So you actually have really good braking on the car because you got a little bit bigger rotors than what you might have expected, both on the front and on the back. So LED headlights and LED daytime running lights, I'm going to go ahead and turn those on for you. That has an automatic feature as well. So they'll automatically turn on when they see the dusk. So, but I'll turn on your headlights so you can get a pretty good look at how your headlights look here. And you can kind of get a peek as I come down there. You'll see how your headlights look. It's a bright light and it works without blinding the person ahead of you. So it's not one of those that goes crazy. And I'll go ahead and I'll turn on your hazard lights here as well. That way you can kind of get a look at those. And you'll see how it looks there in the front. And then I'll also show you how you look there in the back. Which, like I said, it's a really sporty car, so the way that they look is really nice. And you can see, get you a little bit closer there, you can see how everything looks up. But very, very nice, like I said. So go ahead and shut those off. That way we don't get a tone while we're talking here. So anyway, kind of going back to my notes here. So it's you have a CVT transmission. Now this CVT is a little bit different because this one's going to be a CVT with a launch gear, so it's actually a little bit different than what you'd be used to on one, and plus it's built by Toyota, so it's going to be a lot better than some of the other CVTs that are out there, by the way. You also have a wishbone suspension in the rear, giving you a little bit more stability that way. 16-inch tires, aluminum wheels, anti-lock brakes, all that stuff, of course, for you. LED headlights, LED tail lights, your spoiler. You saw your spoiler there on the back, which they call that a spoiler. It's actually pretty interesting. So just kind of, like I said, just going back to what my notes are here to make sure I don't leave anything out. And then we're just kind of looking, that's what we got pretty much on the outside, giving you that view of the outside there. Do want to show you into your back seat. Now I do have that seat pushed pretty far back for the driver's side, but you can see, yeah, a decent amount of room in the back. You can also fold down your seats right here. So if you pull this, you can fold down the seats, and then you get your access to the back there. Both sides will fold down. It's a 60-40 split. The hatch will come up. Oop. So definitely take a look at that. You also have the ability to lock the whole car from the back. This right here is the cover that would go up here. So we just happen to have this one down on this one. All weather mats. Now you'll notice that this one's got, and I'm going to kind of take this out. You can look at some of the other ones later here, but there's a ledge that's right here. There's ones that delete the spare tire and ones that keep the spare tire. If you've deleted the spare tire for just the kit, the tire kit, you'll actually gain more room in the back. That's what this one has. But if it has the spare tire, it will come up to right where this ledge is right here. And that's where it'll actually have the cover will be at that point. So if you're looking for one and a spare tire is important to you, then do that. If you're somebody that calls AAA to get help, stuff like that, or obviously using your first 2 years of roadside assistance with Toyota, realistically, maybe that's not important to you. You want to save the weight, a little bit better fuel economy because you have a little less weight and more cargo room. Hey, to each his own on that one. You guys can make your own choices there. So just wanted to show you that was on there, and that's how that feature works. So we're gonna hop on the inside here, or hop on in the inside here. You'll see power locks, right? Power locks. Your mirrors, they've also taken, and I'm gonna start the engine because it's hot out. What you saw, the push button start right here, by the way. Put your foot on the brake, hit your push to start button. But what I want you to notice is your mirrors. They actually have this extra glass here. Your mirrors are down on the side of the door. That's what they've done with the They started with the Camry, and they've kind of expanded from there. But it definitely makes it a much more visible out of the car. Now, if you look around, you'll see that there's actually not a real horrible blind spot. For considering how the car looks from the outside, you might think that your blind spot's a little bit would be a little bit worse than it is, but it's really not that bad. And driving it, you actually have a lot of visibility. So I'm going to show you your dash here. You see you have your analog speedometer there. You also have your digital over here, but you can change what you have over here by hitting this button. Move it over, you can see messages, you can see how you can change things, add things, kind of go down to different, indicators. You can move all that stuff by this button over here. Cruise control, of course, that's right here. You have all of your safety sense, your pre-collision system, lane departure, that sets your distance there, or sorry, set your distance for your dynamic cruise control. Lane departure is down here. That'll go through your radio stations, your mode, of course. All that stuff's pretty cut and dry. You'll also see, boom, paddle shifters right here. There's your minus, there's your plus. So if you like paddle shifters, this is your SE. You have your paddle shifters on your SE. So definitely a great option to go with if you like to shift a car. Now, I will tell you this too. This vehicle does come in a manual transmission. So if you wanted to get a manual, you can get a manual. You can see this is obviously not the manual, but you can get the manual. Electronic parking brake, and you also have brake hold, which will hold your car while you're at a stop sign. Your armrest will come forward if you need a little extra support, I guess you can say, on your arm. Also can go back, so depending on where you're sitting, you have your cup holders here. If you open this, you'll see decent size, right? And you got a USB port in here that's right here, and another power port that's right here. So definitely a couple of good options for you to have, of course. You're also going to have a USB port right here. That USB port is what connects to your radio system. 8-inch screen on your radio system. That is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa capable. I'm going to go ahead and turn our fan down here so we don't have a hum. But definitely a great radio system. Your climate control is your automatic climate control. Set your temperature and it'll kind of work for you that way. AC button, your eco heat and cool, you can do all of that right there. This right here will change where it's blowing, whether it's on the floor or on you or wherever it's at. It'll change that. This is your fan speed right here. All right. Intermittent wipers, like I said. That's on there as well. You also have your SOS button. This right here is your SOS button. What that does, and that's free for the first year, but what that does, you can hit that button if you need roadside assistance, you need help from anybody that you'd call for help, let's put it that way. That'll get you to the right people. It'll go to Toyota, of course, and then they'll get you to the right people to be able to help you with whatever you are looking to get. Like I said, that is a 1-year trial. You also have Wi-Fi Connect in this vehicle. Also, Sirius XM is standard as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit your audio button here. You'll see you have Sirius XM as a standard feature. That is free for the first 3 months, and after that, you would have to get with Sirius to take a subscription on that. So definitely nice having Sirius on there. So also Bluetooth, of course, your phone, all that connects to there. There's no questions there. I do want to mention that if you hook up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you do need to hit your menu button here. Once you hit your menu, hit setup, you're going to go to projection settings, and then you turn on whichever one that you're looking to have on. And then whenever you plug it in, it's going to turn on your phone, and you just have to say whether you want it to do it once, always, or never whenever you get the prompt on your phone. So that right there is a really cool feature. I love CarPlay, love Android Auto. They both do really good things for you. So that's your 4.2-inch screen. We already talked about that, of course. Just kind of taking a look at my notes one more time. Automatic climate control, your sport seats, of course, we already saw all of that. Your steering wheel will telescope in and out. If I pull this down right here, you'll see I can pull the steering wheel, pull it in, push it in, pull it out, and it can go up and down for wherever it's most comfortable for you to drive. And then you have your lever right there that will actually go ahead and lock that back in place. I always tell people, make sure you push that all the way up, give it an extra push after you've done that. So just kind of giving you an idea. Now right here you have sport mode. You'll notice sport mode. I love sport mode. What sport mode does, it tightens your steering, changes how your transmission shift feels, and it just makes the car drive more like a sports car. In this car, it does make a difference, so I do like sport mode. It'll cost you a little bit in fuel economy, but not as much as you might think, and it's just a pretty fun way to drive a car. So I do like that sport mode a lot. So now obviously you've got all of your safety systems and all of that in here. You got hill start assist control. The hill start assist control is really nice if you're in the manual transmission, because it can actually keep you from rolling back. All of that type of stuff is pretty cool. Toyota Care, of course, comes first 2 years free maintenance with any Toyota, so you don't have to pay for it. Also, your roadside assistance is free for the first 2 years. That's unlimited miles. It's 2 years or 25,000 miles with the Toyota Care. 8 airbags in this car. You have your driver in front and passenger, your side airbags, knee airbags for your driver and passenger, and then you have your seat cushion airbags and side curtain airbags. So that is definitely very nice. Now I'm going to get out here in a second. I'm going to actually show you the rear seat, something I forgot to show you, and you're going to actually like this a lot if you have children. So Toyota started doing this on most of their cars. One of the biggest problems you have is when you're trying to latch in your child, people are trying to go into the seats, and they have those little latch points. You can never find them. Toyota has figured it out, and they did this with the Camry. They've done it with the CHR. I mean, they figured out, man, it's so much easier if you just create an access point, and then you can hook directly up to where you need to hook in order to put your car seat on there. It's so much easier to get in, get it out. I always tell people, if you take these off to hook up a car seat, throw them in your glove box. You don't want to lose those. They're I mean, you can buy them if you wanted to get more, but why do that? So also going to show you in the back here, you have center console. That's on every level, so that's pretty cool that you've got that center console. Fabric seats, of course, I already showed you how to fold them down. You can definitely see the look of the car is a very, very nice car. I mean, it's just fun, you know. It's a fun car to drive. It's a fun car to be able to show you guys. So once again, this is Steve Welch of Beeman Toyota. I sure hope you guys enjoy the video. Give me a like, subscribe. I definitely appreciate you guys. If you're in the Nashville area and you want to come down, you want to take a test drive, definitely reach out to me directly. You can send me an email at buyatoyotanashville@yahoo.com. That's my email, my dedicated YouTube email. You can also call at the store here, ask for me directly. Make sure that I'm the one that works with you. Definitely appreciate that as well. A lot of people tend to love the fact that I know about my product, so I sure do appreciate it when you guys ask for me. It means a lot. Like, subscribe, all those mean a lot to me. Steve Welch, Beeman Toyota. Watch for the next video. This is your Toyota trim level series for your Corolla hatch in the SE version, and watch for the next ones. I will have those up as well soon. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.